Hello! It's 300 and dogs, not 300 dogs, although that would be a good Bible story. Bonus mark if you can tell me which is the only breed of dog mentioned in the Bible. Question 1. This man walked with God for 300 years after he begat his son Methuselah, and then he was not, because God took him. Who was he? Was it Esau, Enoch, Arioch, or Nobloch? And that was Enoch from Genesis chapter 5. Question 2. To whom did God say, "And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of? The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. And of course, that was Noah in Genesis chapter 6. Question 3. Joseph gave each of his brothers changes of raiment, but to one brother he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. Who was he? And that was Benjamin in Genesis chapter 45. Question 4. To whom did the Lord say, "By the 300 men that lapped the water that they drank, will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go every man unto his place"? Was that to Joshua, to Simeon, to Gideon, or to Zibeon? And he said that to Gideon in Judges chapter 7. Question 5. Who went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between 2 tails, and sent them into the fields of the Philistines? And that was Samson in Judges chapter 15. Question 6. This man was a brother of Goliath of Gath, whom David slew. He had David cornered in battle, but Abishai, one of David's mighty men, came to his rescue and killed the giant. What was the giant's name? Was it Isaac, Ishbibenob, Ichabod, or Issachar? And that was Ishbibenob in 2 Samuel chapter 21. Question 7. This man, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among David's 3 best mighty men, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3. What was his name? Was it Artaxerxes, Abishai, Arioch, or Ahaz? And that was Abishai in 2 Samuel chapter 23. Question 8. Which king made 300 shields of beaten gold? 3 pounds of gold went to 1 shield, and put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon immediately after he had been visited by the Queen of Sheba. Was that Saul, David, Solomon, or Rehoboam? And that was Solomon in 1 Kings chapter 10. Question 9. At the end of the story of Esther, the Jews that were in Shushan gathered themselves together on the 14th day of the month, Adar, and slew 300 men at Shushan. What did they do with the plunder? Did they take everything, good and chattels, cattle and slaves? Did they take the goods and chattels and livestock? They took food goods only, or they took nothing? And they took nothing in Esther chapter 10. Question 10. While Jesus was at the home of Simon the leper, a woman came in with a jar of beautiful perfume, broke the seal, and poured it over his head. Some of those who were at the table were indignant and said it might have been sold for more than 300 pence. And what? Was it the money given to the poor? The money used to support the ministry? The money used to pay the tithes? Or the money used to buy the food? And the complaint was that the money could be given to the poor, in Mark chapter 14. Question 11. Dogs. What day in creation were dogs created? Was that the third, the fourth, the fifth, or the sixth day? And that would be the sixth day in Genesis chapter 1. Question 2. How many dogs entered the ark? 1, 2, 7, or 12? And 2 by 2 they went in, so that's 2 in Genesis chapter 6. Question 3. Who prophesied that Jezebel would be eaten by dogs? Was it an unnamed prophet from the country? Jeremiah, Elisha, or Elijah? And that was done by Elijah in 1 Kings chapter 21. Question 4. What did the dogs do to Queen Jezebel when she died? Did they eat her, leaving only her skull, hands and feet? Did they totally consume her, licked up her blood, or run to attack her but were driven back? And the dogs ate her, but not her skull, hands and feet. Lovely. In 2 Kings chapter 9. Question 5. Who said to David, "Am I a dog, that you should come to me with staves"? Was that Absalom, Amnon, Goliath, or Hushai? That was Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17. Question 6. What did the preacher in Ecclesiastes say that a living dog is better than? Is it a nagging wife, a dead king, a dead lion, or a dead horse? And a living dog is better than a dead lion, according to Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Question 7. As a dog returns to its vomit, so is it a drunken man staggers in his vomit? A sow that was washed to wallowing in the mire? A bear that is robbed of her whelps returns to the den? Or a fool returns to his folly? And that's a fool returns to his folly, according to Proverbs chapter 26. Question 8. Who, does Proverbs tell us, is like somebody who takes a passing dog by the ears? Is it a maniac who shoots deadly arrows? One who meddles in the quarrels of another? One who deceives a neighbour and says, "I was only joking"? Or a quarrelsome person who stirs up strife? And that's one who meddles in the quarrels of another, again in Proverbs chapter 26. Question 9. Jesus said, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they," does it become an abomination to the Lord? "Swallow them and choke to death, trample them under their feet, and turn again and attack you, or become demon-possessed and run off a cliff." And Matthew chapter 7 tells you that they may trample them under their feet and turn and attack you. And question 10. What was the woman's response when Jesus told her that the children's bread was not for dogs? Was it, "Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table"? Or, "Truth, Lord, though I am a dog, Your mercy endures forever. Or was it, why are you raising the issue of my race? Please heal my child. Or, nothing. She went away ashamed. And the woman talked about the crumbs which fall from the master's table in Matthew chapter 15. So there you have it. Don't forget the bonus question and to leave me a comment to say hi. And you can tell me how rough you're feeling. But until next time, goodbye and God bless.